Hey there guys, what is up, and welcome to my quickie review of one of Marvel's latest films this summer, Guardians of the Galaxy. So, earlier this week, I finally got a chance to check out Guardians of the Galaxy, and in short, the movie was so awesome, I decided I needed to do a review just to show some appreciation. In the next part of the video, I will be talking about parts of the film that I enjoyed the most, so here is your obligatory spoiler alert. If you don't want to know anything specific about the film, then click the skip annotation and that will take you to the spoiler-free safety zone of this video, or you can just come back when you've actually seen the film. So, before I give my impressions and opinions, here's a quick summary of the film. The film is about a ragtag group of individuals, each with their own flaws and with their own broken past, but yet, due to certain circumstances, they somehow end up being brought together, and eventually they even end up working together, but each person has their own agenda for doing so. However, over the course of the movie, they do become more of a real team, and in my opinion, this is one of the highlights of the movie. The formation of the team, it doesn't feel forced at all, it all feels very natural how they ultimately band together. Back to the main story, they become a real team, and long story short, they save the world by defeating the main villain. So, with the synopsis over, it is time for my impressions and my opinions of the film. The movie was amazing on many aspects, one of which being the dialogue between the characters. The dialogue itself felt very well written, it often made me laugh, it made me care about the characters. I'm not ashamed to admit it, but there was even a particular point in the movie where I welled up a bit inside. Another thing is, good dialogue is nothing if an actor can't bring out the personality of the character. And in this movie, I felt like all the actors did a really good job at making their characters feel like a real, living, breathing person. Another aspect of the movie that I really enjoyed was the music. A lot of the music within the movie gave me a very retro feel, and by that I mean a lot of the songs used were typically things that I used to listen to when I was younger, so I guess it brought about a nice sense of nostalgia, which just added to the experience. It may seem weird to you, but I was genuinely enjoying a lot of the music that played within the movie, to the point where I would be rocking from side to side or nodding my head to the beat whenever one of these familiar songs from the past came on. An example of this, and I'm sure it wasn't just me, but did anyone else feel like getting a little bit funky with the dancing Groot at the end? Another point in favour of the film is the way they balance humour. So you have your typical witty one-liners, but aside from that, there are particular moments where in the film things are really tense and the writers could make things even more tense, but instead they insert humour to break it up a bit, and it actually works. It feels funny as opposed to just feeling awkward. An example of where they break up the tension with a bit of humour is Starla's dance distraction. The final reason why I enjoyed this movie so much was probably because prior to going to see the movie, I knew pretty much nothing about the characters, nothing about the story, so when I went to watch this movie, I was essentially going in with a blank slate, and it was up to the film itself to build up the plot and develop these characters, which I feel like the writers did an amazing job with. But to summarise, this film has taken my #1 spot for this summer. Of all the films I've seen so far, this has to be hands down my favourite, shortly followed by Planet of the Apes. So, I'd highly recommend checking this film out. It's got funny moments, sad moments, silly moments, and great character development, so it's not just your typical, very action-heavy superhero film. So have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy? How'd you find it? Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to throw me a like, as it'll help me out a bunch. If you enjoyed what you saw in this video, maybe check out my channel, possibly check out some of my other videos, or you can just do one better and click that subscribe button. As always, I'm Dwongandonly. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye!